Hi everyone, welcome to this week's drink along video. I'm Rachel.
I'm Luke.
And this week we are drinking Sunshine's Catharina Sour, which is Passionfruit and Guava.
The sun is shining.
Yeah, thank goodness.
This is a beer designed for sunshine, from Sunshine, the oldest still operating independent brewery in New Zealand. So a couple of surfers decided to start making Gizzy Gold way back in 1989. Cheers. Oh, it's still going.
Yeah, had to even it out, you know.
Yeah. Hey.
Well, didn't even it out, but it's okay.
Cheers to that. You probably you've done more thirsty work than I have today, so you deserve a bit more drinking. Yeah, Sunshine kicked off in 1989 when it was a pretty different beer scene. It was pretty much just Line and DB. It wasn't the 6 o'clock swill that had ended a decade or so before, but still that was beer was all about boozing after work, drinking lots of volume. So it was, your Spates and your Steinlagers and your Lion Red, all that sort of thing. And earlier in the decade, McCashin's, or Max, got the first brewery license in more than 50 years when they started. Obviously, McCashin's got bought a few decades later. So yeah, there wasn't much beer around. I think Harrington started in 1991. So yeah, Sunshine started and it was all about Gisborne Gold. And brewery right by the ocean, embracing beach type vibes. You probably haven't been to Sunshine Brewing, hey?
No, not yet.
So it's it's maybe one of the first brewery in New Zealand, surely, to see the day and to see the new year, because it's right on the coast there. Nice. But yeah, one of the first breweries in the world to see in each day. So yeah, it's all about the sun shining. And after a few decades, they got bought in 2013, I think it was. And these days, they are still all about that Gisborne Gold, but there's also Gisborne Green, Gisborne Black, and a whole bunch of interesting seasonal styles like this one here. Anyway, what do you think? You had a few swigs?
Yeah, I like it. I spent a chunk of my time also growing up in California and Hawaii. And in Hawaii, one of the most popular known drinks is called Pog, which is passion orange guava. So this is just passion fruit and the guava part, but it tastes just like the thing I drink every time I go to Hawaii. So it does remind me of a beach drink, and it's good.
Tastes like a Pog.
Yeah.
Did you have Pogs as those like discs as well, that were the game that you played?
Yeah, well, not in California, but I know they did that in Hawaii, but I didn't. But yeah, my friends collect them still, and they're like vintage now.
Yeah. Perfect beer for Sunshine. It's been a little bit colder this week, so glad that it is warmer for us to be drinking this. So this is also a very, very rare thing. So we recently had our 11th birthday at Beer Jerk, drinking a different beer every single week. We have never had this beer style, a Catharina Sour. So it's from Santa Catarina, a region of Brazil, and it's, as it says on the can, it's their take on a Berliner Weisse, so a quite traditional tart wheat beer that is made with lactobacillus, like a yogurt culture, to sour it and then ferment it with an ale yeast. So this is a slightly cleaner version of a Berliner Weisse, slightly higher ABV, and with tropical fruit from Brazil. Okay, so at this point of the video, somebody turned up and Rachel went to see them. So the audio here is of me continuing to talk about the beer, but also we can hear Rachel's entire conversation with somebody inside the warehouse. So I'm going to quickly dub myself over the next 90 seconds. Here I was talking about the invention of the Catharina style in 2015 that was from some Brazilian home brewers, as well as professional brewers, that decided to develop this brand new style that was, of course, a take on the Berliner Weisse, like we've been talking about, the traditional style, but it's ramped up, so it is higher ABV. They've toned down the acidity a bit, but it's got that really fantastic wheat base to it, so it's really soft and round. And the main thing is that it contains a bunch of really delicious Brazilian fruits. So all kinds of tropical fruits are used in there, thinking about Carmen Miranda's hats. So stuff like passionfruit, guava, you've got your mangoes, your pineapple, and all sorts of interesting exotic Brazilian fruits that sadly would probably be pretty much impossible for local New Zealand brewers to get their hands on. So it's really cool to see an example of this style being made here in New Zealand. And of course, what is a Catharina sour? How is it different to a Berliner Weiss? How is it different to a fruited sour? Well, it's different because it is its own thing. You give a thing a name, the thing exists. It's pretty similar to a lot of fruited sours, I suppose. The wheat is what gives it a difference. And also the heritage of those Brazilian brewers, embracing their Germanic roots and also the wonderful local tropical fruits. So this is where people often insert jokes about Nazis escaping to Brazil following the Second World War. And of course there were definitely some awful German war criminals that went to Brazil after the Second World War. But they went there because there were already huge German communities in Brazil that had been moving there into the Brazilian Empire since the early 1800s. And throughout that century, there were big waves of Germans. And then especially after the First World War and the interwar period, there was huge economic decline in Germany. Lots of people moved there for a better life, kind of similar to how so many British people moved all over the world to New Zealand and Australia, Canada, etc. But yeah, cool heritage, the sort of the history of German brewers moving to Brazil, finding a new country, and then this new generation of craft brewers embracing new ways of doing things and reinventing the wheel, as it were, taking the Berliner Weisse style and giving it a really new, modern, and totally Brazilian twist. Okay, I think I've just about timed that so that this will fit in with the return of Rachel from chatting to somebody. Oh, hey Rachel.
Hey, had to take a bathroom break.
Just ducked out from
Mid-video.
No. So yeah, I've just been talking about boring stuff about the history of German immigrants to Brazil. But it's a beer, it's really smashable. It's a beer designed for the hot weather, really tropical. What do you reckon? Thumbs up?
Yeah, I like it. I used to only drink sours because I didn't like beer until I moved to New Zealand. And then I was like, when I started hanging out here, I was like, oh, yep, I need to learn how to drink more than just sours. And now I prefer not sours, but this one's really good.
Yeah, give me some more stuff. You're still not in love with the New Zealand hop varietals.
Yeah,
in IPAs.
some of them, there's specific hops that some don't go well with my taste buds, but
yeah,
I reckon if I keep drinking it enough, I'll get used to it.
That's the way to acquire that taste.
Yes.
Yeah, you got
By force.
I mean, those things like Riwaka and Nelson Sauvin, they are very unique hops. So
it's a Nelson Sauvin one. That one.
Not into it.
That one gets me.
God, I love it. Yeah, so good. But Passionfruit, on the other hand, easy to love.
That's my favorite fruit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. In Hawaii, they call it lilikoi.
Ah, yeah, beer made for you.
Yeah.
Great work, Sunshine. Always cool to see you guys experimenting, doing some interesting stuff, more unusual beer styles. I was a huge fan of your Tripel, and yeah, just a whole bunch of stuff coming out of Sunshine is really good. As well as, of course, the iconic Gizzy Gold, but good to see lots more seasonals pumping out as well. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for joining me for a beer. Nice to change from Moppy. I'm sure he'll be back soon. This guy's always around here.
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers.
See you next time.